All right, so I'm just gonna talk to this camera as if there's somebody behind it, because that's what a YouTube video that I watched on how to start YouTube channel said that I should do. So I'm just gonna do that. You're not just a camera I'm talking to, and you're a person. So I'm gonna pick a specific person. I gotta find one. Give me a second. I'm gonna pick CJ. So the entire time that I'm doing these, I'm gonna pretend that I'm talking to my best friend CJ. And I might have to dumb down some stuff, not for CJ, because CJ knows cars as much as, or if not more than I do, but it just gives me a personality to talk to. So I bought a 1983 Datsun 280Z, and I bought it as a project car. Actually, if you ask anybody else, I bought it to say, hey, I have something reliable to drive around. Yeah. If you look at my current predicament, it is not drivable. If you're new here, I'm Wayne. On social medias, I'm Not Your Dad's Garage on TikTok. The Veteran Scientist pretty much anywhere else. Wayne Ayers Creech on IG is a personal account, so go ahead and follow me for any of those. This one should be probably Not Your Dad's Garage as well. I have to make the channel to begin with, to be honest with you. So I figured if people were into this sort of thing and wanted to watch videos, because I enjoy watching car content videos and like build videos on YouTube, figure why not throw my name in the hat. But yeah, as you can see, it's not running. When I bought it, it was running, to be fair. It was completely running. I did have an issue with the battery. The battery was completely dead after I drove it down about 4 hours. I drove it 4 hours south to visit a friend for the weekend, and the battery was fried. So the cell died itself, which means to me that it was an alternator issue. I thought it was an alternator issue. The mechanic at first didn't think it was an alternator issue until until he had looked at it. I couldn't do anything down there because all my tools and stuff were not there, so I just had the mechanic look at it, patch her up well enough to get up here, and here we are. I do make shorts on all this equipment. Kind of the reason why I want to do this build is, one, to drive cars that I want to drive. If you hear a lot of background noise, which hopefully I can get rid of as I'm like piecing this together, it's because I'm in a hot-ass garage in Florida, and there's fans going to at least keep me thermo-regulated. I'm going to try to do low-effort kind of content, mostly because I've got a lot of mental load in other aspects of my life. Full-time PhD student, trying to be a decent husband, and yeah, this stuff is not cheap and doesn't come naturally to me. I think CJ and I have talked about this before, wanting to start a YouTube channel and document not only just like cars and stuff, because it's what we were really into, but like racing. So in the fall, I'm gonna do go-kart racing with CJ, even though I'm pretending you are CJ. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do a video on this for today. My intention is I'm gonna build this engine hoist that I got off of Amazon for $200. I'm also somebody who doesn't like spending excess money on name brands if I don't have to. So whether or not this will crush me when I go to jack up my engine, we'll find out, but I need to build it first. So that's kind of the goal today. The reason why I need an engine hoist isn't to take the engine out necessarily, but I need to lift it up because the subframe that I purchased, which is in this from Apex Engineering, the subframe actually bolts to the engine. So I've got to lift the engine up enough to take the old front subframe out so I can put the new one in. I'm going to take out the whole steering rack as well, just to clean it up, because there was a small leak, and I think it was because there was no O-ring to get a proper seal, or the last owner did not torque it down to the right specification so that it didn't leak slowly. So yeah, that's the goal. I'm also going to make a product video while I'm doing that, so I'm going to do that on my phone. This will probably bleed over. I might include some of the content in the video itself so you can kind of see the struggles of somebody who is not that creative, I suppose, come up with a TikTok. I was so averse to using TikTok for the longest time, but it seems that a lot of people really enjoy it. I have 2 channels there now that are kind of growing, and I kind of want to go with it. So here we go. I'm also going to try to avoid using the word so much, because the same video that told me I should treat this as a personality behind the camera is also the same person who said people use filler words. And he was like, if I can guess what that word is, you have to give me a subscription or subscribe on YouTube. And I'm like, he's not going to get it. And then he's like, your filler word is probably so. All right, you caught me. When I'm making content, I don't script it. I just feel like it's not organic, and that's the problem I have with people on like social media or whatever. I didn't put my tool up. I'm a dirtbag. I don't like scripting stuff. I want to have conversations with people. But anyways, I don't script my videos. So I'm going to kind of work through my process and see how I do this naturally. It's probably why I don't get a lot of engagement, because I don't script it out and make it sound super fancy. I kind of just going to throw the camera up and be like, hey, I bought a engine hoist off of Amazon, and I'm gonna try not to die. I think the first thing I have to do is maybe clean up my scene a little bit. That way I'm not tripping over stuff when I'm trying to make this content. Let me put this in here. I am recording this on a GoPro as well, so if you're not happy with the quality, it's what I got. I'm not going to go out of my way for something that's not making me money yet, which probably won't ever make me money, but it is what it is, man. I'm going to build the car anyways. Clean up my space. Oh, this thing's heavy duty. All right. And if at any point you guys have like recommendations on how I can improve this, I want to do this as like not just to document, but also a skill, because really that's what I like doing. I'm a skill person. That's the reason why I'm going for a PhD. PhD's not in a related area, by the way. This is completely different. If you guys have any recommendations or tips on how or what I should do to improve or get better at this, let me know, and I'll keep going. Y'all ready to see my douchiness? This is the only part that I don't like, is I have to turn off all of my fans. I don't have a mic for my iPhone, which I should probably get. All right, let me channel my inner dialogue. I think I'm gonna talk about, yeah, it's just gonna be something simple. I bought this, let me double check the price right quick. I don't wanna lie. Yeah, I'm gonna do something like, is this thing gonna kill me? Who knows? What I do know is it only costed me 219 bucks. Y'all ready for this douchiness? Gotta talk to the camera for this one. All right, this is rough. I bought an Amazon engine hoist that's rated for 4,000 pounds. Will it kill me? I don't know. Hopefully not, but it only cost me $220, so let's see if it works. I'm gonna review that right quick. I bought an Amazon engine hoist that's rated for 4,000 pounds. Will it kill me? I don't know. Hopefully not, but it only cost me $220, so let's see if it works. All right, that's good enough for me. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna do a time lapse. I might do one for you guys. But, ooh, maybe I should like do a call to action or whatever the fuck it's called. Do like a call to action to be like, hey, if you want to see me fully assemble this thing, check out my fucking YouTube video or something. I gotta work on not cussing too. That's kind of a rough thing for me. Cuss like a sailor. Where do you think that came from? I guess already you can kind of tell. Look at that paint coating. It's not the greatest. I mean, this is the jack portion, but it's all scuffed up. All right, so far, everything is checking out except one part. They are missing an M14 by 80 bolt. So that is what is gonna connect the actual... Never mind, it's right there. I'm dumb. I never claimed to be smart. I don't know why I'm holding this like a douche. I'm gonna put it up here. I got the engine stand together. I saved you guys the time or the stress or the boredom of me assembling it. Here it is. It does hold me, which is kind of nice. Let's see, let's give you a little demo. Oh, that'll hurt. Yeah. It holds me. I did add some extra washers to a lot of the bolts. I mean, the bolts are fine, but there's a crush washer there. Yeah, I'd rather be safe than sorry, so I added extra washers. Yeah, the construction is not terrible. Obviously, it's not the best quality of like paint job or anything like that, but it'll do. Some of it was weird. This is a little bit weird of a design. It's a little flimsy. And down, I mean, it's supposed to be collapsible, but like this is a little flimsy. Not that I'm overly worried about it falling, because I'm not using this to hold the engine for the entire time. I just need it long enough to jack it up to take the subframe out and put the new one in. The front suspension is now out completely. Only thing left under there is the brakes itself. I did, let me backtrack. When I took it out, there's only 4 bolts holding it, which is kind of nice. 1, 2, there's only 4 bolts holding to the motor mount. I did have to actually take this connectors, there's 2 hoses connecting to the hydraulic pump. Had to remove those because that was what it was holding it. Yeah. I got the engine hoist in here, put a Husky like 3,000 pound ratchet strap around it, having it hold it. I did add an additional, my 3-ton jack to support the bottom side. It's on the oil pan, which isn't ideal, but it doesn't have any pressure being added to that. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get the new subframe in today because I've got to take the wife out to a date with some friends. We're gonna go to a brewery around here, but I don't want to start it, rush, miss something, mess up. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this subframe from the front, maybe take off the rack and pinion, dismount that. That way I can clean it up a little bit, maybe hit it with some degreaser or something like that, or pressure wash it. I should probably pressure wash it. Make sure all the seals for the hoses are good, and then from there, wrap it up for the day. I'll probably post this just so you guys pay attention to the next one, or at least start building some video and some some consistency, start developing some consistency of just posting whatever, not putting too much effort into it. Not that it's laziness, but like I said, this is time consuming, and if I go back and I edit this, I'm gonna have to cut stuff already on my computer, and I don't want to overwhelm myself. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, leave a comment. It helps me out with like growing since I'm starting from 0. It's greatly appreciated, and I will record the next one tomorrow. Okay, bye.